Welcome everyone, you know the vibe, Welcome to the Saif Ashraf show. You're with me, Saif Ashraf obviously, and today we have Siri and Cortana with us. We're going to be having a nice discussion on which side of the computing world is better, Mac or Windows. Unfortunately, due to COVID restrictions, we couldn't have Bill Gates and Tim Cook here with me today in person. However, they did send their computing counterparts, I guess. So let's start off the conversation with Siri.
Hey, Saif. Yeah, I think Mac is better because, well, for starters, we don't have to update our machines all the time.
Okay, well hi, I'm Cortana and we have normal app names. What is Safari? We gonna go to the jungle.
I'm sorry, Cortana, but who even knows you? The last time someone asked you for an answer was when Microsoft were using you as a demo.
Siri, you wanna take this outside?
You sure about that? Your battery might die.
We'll be back after this break. What's up guys, Saif Ashraf here. Today we are going to be talking about which side of the computing world is better. Windows with my brother Bill, or Mac OS with my guy Tim, otherwise known as Bill Gates or Tim Cook. Also, if you guys do have your own opinions, make sure to leave them down in the comment section, and while you're there, make sure to subscribe and like the video. So let's start off with the pros on Windows first. So a reason why Windows will basically always be superior than Mac OS is because you have way more options with Windows than you have with Mac. You can go super budget mode and go to Curry's PC World or Best Buy and buy like a £199 laptop, which will basically be able to write documents and stuff. Or you can go all out building an RGB gaming PC with an RTX 3090 and Intel Core i9. So much RGB, in fact, it will look like a 14-year-old teenager's room with LED strips everywhere. It's really just up to you. You can customize your Windows PC to your needs, whereas Mac, you just have a couple of options, such as the cheap baseline MacBook Air, which starts at £1,000. And then you can all the way spec up to a £60,000 Mac Pro, which we will talk about in a bit later. The next pro is Windows is very well known just around the world everywhere. No matter who you are, you would have used Windows before unless you are strictly a macOS or Linux user. But we all know how to use Windows. It's also an easy UI altogether. The OS is quite easy too. So no matter who you are, if your 5-year-old brother or sister wants to start getting into computing, or maybe even your grandparents want to check on their emails. Okay, this computer crashed. Or maybe your grandparents just want to check up on their emails and call a couple of family and friends. Windows is just easy and just no complexity that isn't needed. Now moving on to the cons of PC. As strange as it seems, you are more likely to get a virus on your PC than you are on your Mac. This is because about 45 to 50% of the PC market, or the computing market overall, is Windows, and the rest is just like Linux, Mac OS and everything like that. Obviously, hackers will want to go for where the bigger platform is to maximize what they are getting, which means you should definitely get an antivirus. I'm not sponsored by any specific antiviruses, but yeah, if you are a Windows user, definitely look into one. Now, before we continue any further, I'd just like to thank SyncWire for sending over their products. Specifically, they sent out their USB-C to C 2-meter cables, which first impressions are very high quality. They have nice transfer speed rates, nice design overall, and come at a reasonable price. They also sell phone cases and a whole lot more, so if you would like to check them out, make sure to use the link in the description. And once again, thank you SyncWire for sending over your products. Next, we move on to the pros of Mac OS. Mac OS or Mac have amazing software and hardware integration. With the new M1 Macs released nearly a year ago now, Apple released their own silicon chips, which means Apple could really tie everything together, including their RAM, their CPU, their GPU, their whole computer, and put their software with that, which led to an insanely powerful and an insanely efficient computer. And the battery life and performance has been insane in such a thin and light laptop. You just simply can't get this anywhere right now in the Windows or PC market. Until we get some insane optimization from the Windows and PC, and I feel like Mac will be the king of optimization so far. The second pro of macOS is that you get insanely productive apps pre-installed already. We've got apps such as Pages, Numbers, very simple names, but they are great alternatives to the Microsoft Office suite. Microsoft will happily charge you a fee for downloading the Microsoft Office. However, Apple just give you these apps for free. Now let's move on to cons for Mac. Macs are expensive, okay? Unless you don't want to be paying the rent this month and you want to go and buy a MacBook Air, that's completely fine. Just make sure you don't go broke. But Macs are very, very expensive. The cheapest laptop you can get from Apple right now, the M1 MacBook Air, will set you around £1,000 on the baseline model. So if you want to go and upgrade, it'll get you to about £1,400. The MacBook I use, the MacBook Pro, which cost £1,300 of my own monies, it is well spent for me because I do use it every day. It has the power, but for the everyday consumer and if you are on a tight budget, it's a lot of money. Apple definitely do need to rework their prices, as unlikely as it seems. The last con on Mac may not seem as such a big deal, especially for what Macs are actually marketed for, but I see so many people in comment section of videos, Macs can't game. You can't even play Minecraft with Mac shaders on. What about 120 FPS? Well, I have never seen an Apple advert talk about the M1 MacBook Pro for gamers. It's actually for work. So, yeah, all of you that do comment these things, please go and educate yourselves. So, yeah, that's about it, really. Those are the pros and cons of each. What do you guys think? Make sure to leave it in the comments, as well as which platforms you use. Thank you guys for watching. It's been Saif Ashraf, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.